It has been 3 weeks at this point. Well, that was 6. 3 weeks at this point since my last upload, or I think, right? 3 weeks or something like that. But we somewhat recovered now from this nightmare of me losing all my computer stuff. With that being said, hopefully, this means we're back to regular scheduled uploads now. We do have some new and some old stuff you'll see in this video. Like for the moment, we're using the face cam, so I can show off my new face cam box thing I got going on, the animated overlay that I made. She looks dope as fuck. We got new b-roll footage, which took me hours to make, so drop a like for that. We have a similar but new outro screen, which you'll see that later if you end up getting to that point of the video. But yeah, honestly, like, as much as that shit sucked, I feel like fuck it, it happened for a reason. Now, like, I've improved my channel stuff a little bit further. But yeah, if you didn't know, we have been streaming for the past few weeks, so go check those streams out if you want to. But enough of the shit, let's dive into today's video. Within the last month, I've missed quite a bit of news, so it's going to take me some time to catch up, But today's video, we're going to be talking about MCU Spider-Man 4, because we do have some very interesting rumors to go over. And some of it's good, some of it not so good, or no, I'll be honest, most of it not so good. But yeah, it's just like, what the fuck is going on over at Sony and Marvel? Like, anybody home? By the way, for those who don't know, to my knowledge, the actors strike did officially end, so projects are in the works again, which is definitely amazing. The writer strike ended a couple months ago. The actor strike actually just ended like 3 weeks ago as well, so again, that's great news. Projects are going back into production, pre-production, etc. And that means hopefully Spider-Man 4 is being worked on. But let's get into the new rumors we have for Spider-Man 4, right? So catch a grip. Listen closely. Okay. The following are rumors, so with that being said, anything not confirmed by Sony, Marvel, or an executive at Sony or Marvel are to be taken with a grain of salt. Both of these rumors are coming from Daniel RPK, a very well-known trusted insider. We have covered him previously, but as always, grain of salt. Spider-Man News over on Twitter tweeted out, Spider-Man 4 will have connections to the Sony Marvel films via Daniel RPK. Bruh. So that's the first rumor. There's one more. We're gonna go over that after I give my thoughts on this one though. For those of you who have come out to any of my recent streams, and like we already discussed this, you already know my opinion on this, but for those of you who haven't been on any of my recent streams and discussed this with me, in my opinion, this is plain fucking stupid. Like, are they seriously about to have these garbage characters interact with Tom in the MCU or something?
Not for real.
Tom Spider-Man already doesn't have the best reputation or representation in the Spider-Man community anyway, because his take is kind of controversial, and also couple that with being compared to Toby and Andrew all the time.
True.
Even though, actually, yeah, no, you know what? I'm gonna bring this up. I talked about this on stream, but essentially, right, we cannot compare Toby and Andrew to Tom. Here's why. Toby and Andrew's origins took place in one film, right? TASM 1 and Spider-Man 1. Then they were in college or adult life in general in their next movie or movies after high school, right? Stay with me.
Right here, gang.
If you didn't know, it's pretty much been confirmed that Tom Holland's trilogy is his origin story. And it kind of makes sense because, obviously No Way Home, he had the responsibility speech with Aunt May dying on that same day. And that's typically what happens with every Spider-Man adaptation or Spider-Man person or whatever, But in this next trilogy, like, obviously, we're going to be seeing Tom's Spider-Man in college. At the end of No Way Home, we see he had his GED study book or whatever. So with that being said, so far as of right now, we really can't compare Toby or Andrew to Tom. It's like apples and oranges. I guess if you really wanted to, you could compare TASM 1 or Spider-Man 1 with Toby to all 3 of Tom's movies, but then that's kind of weird too, because it's like, well, 1 movie against 3.
Okay, I see.
But anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, I think this is a horrible idea. I will say, I'm so down for Madam Web to, pop in and out of Peter's life like they did in the animated series from the 90s.
That'd be fine.
I hope they do something along those lines with Madam Web just coming out of nowhere to warn Peter about whatever it is coming next in like a cryptic way. That shit is like dope as fuck, I think, at least. So I hope that's what they will do at the very least with Madam Web. But as far as any of these other characters, I don't know, man. Venom, he isn't really Venom. Like, he's Venom, but he's not the Venom we know and love because he has zero connection to Spider-Man. Madam Web trailer looked okay at best, and it doesn't seem to be the old lady Madam Web, but again, maybe this is just like a Madam Web origin story and she's just young in this movie, and then, you know, she turns old and will have the chair later on. I don't know, who knows. It is taking place in like the early 2000s, I think, so it's essentially a prequel, and then assuming we'll probably see her maybe in like Kraven or like Venom 3 maybe. Speaking of Kraven, we don't know what's up with that yet. It probably won't be good besides the R-rated brutal factor, but even then, in a Spider-Man movie, would they allow that? You know what I mean? So that's pretty iffy too. Morbius, we already know that sucked, so yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on that part of today's news. On to the next rumor, and I think this kind of goes hand in hand with the last rumor because of Morbius, sadly, but here it is. The next rumor from Daniel RPK. Spider-Man News tweeted, Michael Keaton will be back as Vulture for Spider-Man 4. Now, I wouldn't mind this, but there's a couple issues here. What are they gonna do with him? You know, because like he had a whole movie dedicated to him and with a Homecoming, of course. So what exactly are they gonna do, and how are they gonna make it any different?
What they doing?
But as well, I think that again, the first rumor may be true if this one is true, because if you don't recall, Vulture actually is technically right now in the Sony Spider-Man universe as of the Morbius post-credit scene, where if you don't remember, Vulture just kind of randomly showed up and recruited Morbius to a team or whatever. So yeah, there's that. Overall, all of this is a bad idea. Most of it anyway, besides like Vulture and maybe Madam Web if they do her again, like the 90s animated series did her, and you know, like gives Peter like a quick cryptic warning message of what's to come, and maybe, you know, have the occasional like he uses that cryptic message to kind of figure out what's going on, kind of like what happened with the Green Goblin, I think, or even when like Madam Web told Spider-Man in that show to keep his enemies closer or something, and then he eventually figured out, oh, use Venom to help deal with Carnage or whatever happened there. Other than that, all of this sucks, and from what I've seen, most other people agree, but obviously, you know, there's some bad apples in the bunch that think this is going to be great for some odd reason.
Fuck wrong with you?
With that being said, I want to hear your opinions, so make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I try my best to cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media, and whatever else I'm interested in. So if that's what you're into, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 5K.
You better.
Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.